Hey everyone, we're the Love of Mezcal, and today we're going to be reviewing Rezpiral Horno by Berta Vasquez.
So big thanks to Alex from Rezpiral, who was gracious enough to gift us this bottle. We're very excited to try it. As you know, we are big fans of Berta Vasquez, and we're big fans of Rezpiral as well. So we're looking forward to trying this. So like I said earlier, this is from Maestra Berta Vasquez, and she's producing this in San Baltasar, Chichicapam, Oaxaca. She uses maguey Horno, which is a roqueño from the state of Puebla that she was able to source. This maguey takes 16 years to mature. She cooked the maguey in a conical earthen oven, and she crushed it with a tahona and with machetes.
It was fermented for 11 days in Cyprus, and it was double distilled in copper alembic stills. The batch and adjustment is 150 liters in August of 2022, and it was adjusted with heads and tails. The ABV of this is 48.1%.
Ready to smell?
Yes.
Oh, there's like a earthy... It's earthy, but I'm getting like a weird, like almost like a sharp cacao kind of thing.
To me, it smells a little sweet with some of those like heavy earthy tones, but also it kind of reminds me of like fresh butter. If like when you're cooking butter, if like you're melting butter down, you know?
The little fumes that come off of it.
Yeah. It's very soft on the nose.
Yes.
Oh, but
is it getting a little sharper for you?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say right now. But oh, it's changing.
It's almost a little flowery now. Flowery and like cut, not cut grass, but like cut herbs. Like cut brush.
Does it remind you of earlier today?
It does. We were doing yard work earlier today, so it kind of reminds me of that.
Yeah. All right, you ready to taste?
Salucita.
Salucita. More green for me than on the nose.
This tastes a little heavier for me.
Than the scent?
There's more greenery on the smell. For me, it's a little bit more greenery at the end of the smell. And it tastes a little heavier than that.
But are you getting like fresh cut herbs on the taste?
No, not at all. I'm getting, well, not really herbs, but I'm getting like a mix of like sour cream and chives.
See, I was thinking chives.
Okay.
It's interesting. I don't know what to think yet.
I think there's a subtle creaminess to it, which is I'm getting like the sour cream. It's like that. That's what I mean by creaminess, like sour cream.
It definitely has that flavor of like fresh cut chives for me. And on the taste, at first it's really sharp. Like if I get like that bite of the heat, and then it feels like it kind of mellows out and just rides my palate. And then I feel like on the back end I'm getting some of that creaminess that you're talking about. But at first, when I first taste it, it tastes like fresh chives, heat, and then it mellows out into something like really smooth, like buttery, coating my palate.
I think I'm getting the opposite. To me, I'm getting buttery on the front, and like the chives is coming towards the end. I'm getting all the heat either at the very top of my throat or on the tip of my tongue. It's not going down.
Oh, but now it's tasting really soft. I feel like now it's kind of mellowed out, and I'm not getting that bite of the heat anymore.
Yeah. Oh, it's getting a little...
It doesn't smell as green on the nose anymore. It kind of smells candy-ish, sweet.
So I was tripping out because I'm starting to get like almost like an orange jam flavor. Not on the smell, and the taste.
Let's see.
It's like orange marmalade or orange jam. I don't know what the difference is between the two, honestly.
I'm not getting a whole lot of citrus, but now I just feel like the flavors that I was getting before, how they were coming in separately, I feel like they've kind of just mellowed together. And it's just like one cohesively nice mezcal that's just comforting. It's so comforting. Okay, one thing about me is whenever I'm drinking Berta's mezcal, I feel like it's so comforting for my soul. I feel like it's hugging me, and I'm definitely getting that on this as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just so good. It's just so nice and comforting.
Yeah, there's like a little warmth that you feel all around. Not in the alcohol burning kind of sense. There is like a warmth that I feel when I drink her stuff.
Yeah, and I think that it's important to remember making mezcal is just like somebody cooking a dish for you. If there's a lot of love and intention put in the work, I think that you can pick it up on it. That's just my personal opinion. So.
No, I mean, yeah, it's like how you're comparing it to cooking. It's you go to a restaurant that you go to all the time, you can tell when the cook was mad because the food's a little different. So same thing with Berta, you can taste her passion through her products.
So something very interesting about Rezpiral is Alex White actually makes the labels. He's an artist. And if you look at this label, you'll see Berta. It's a picture of her in her mandil, which is an apron, and she's holding rocks in her hand. And we got to meet her for the first time last year at Agave Heritage Festival. And listening to her share her story of how she got into making mezcal, her family, also her early childhood, she shared a very touching story about how her father took her down to the river to look for rocks. She needed to make a painting of some sort for school, but they weren't able to afford the paints to make the picture. So her father took her down to the river and showed her which rocks she could use to make for paints for her artwork. And she said she ended up doing really well, and I think she got first place, if I remember right.
It wasn't a competition. But she mentioned that some of the other classmates were somewhat put off because she was able to get colors that they didn't have in their crayons.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. And it was a very touching and moving story. Hers is just one of many of the producers in Mexico, which a lot of times they're having to make mezcal not just as a venture or a side business. It's really for their livelihood.
So something that's very important to us and what we like to bring to the channel is showing awareness of brands that are either producer owned or that focus on giving money back to the producers. Rezpiral is a really good example of that with their profit sharing that they do. And like I said, there's plenty of mezcal brands out there. A lot of them are good. Some of them, we don't review for reasons. But to us, like I said, it's important to highlight the quality products, whether if it's distilled agaves or mezcal and even other categories of agave spirits, because we only talk about things that we ourselves are going to sip, things that we're going to spend our money on, and brands that we're going to support. So I hope that you guys all take into consideration not just our tasting notes, but also the producers and the brands that we choose to highlight, because they're all special to us. We always disclose what has been gifted, like this bottle, but we have plenty of Rezpiral bottles that we have bought ourselves, because just like you, we let our money talk for us.
Yeah, and if you're new into your mezcal journey, right, you might not know a lot, so educate yourself, about the products as much as you can. Learn about the brands, and also learn about the people that are working so hard to make these spirits for us to enjoy, because I think oftentimes that's overshadowed. And I think if people really truly understood the amount of work, time that goes into making it, I think they would appreciate it more. So this is from their newest series, but they do have other bottles from other producers. So be on the lookout for this as well as their other expressions, and let us know if you tried it and what your thoughts were, or if there's any other bottles from Rezpiral that you really like, let us know.
Thank you for taking a sip with us.
Hasta visita.